Dear students, in this section we shall prove some important properties of inverse trigonometric functions. These results are valid within the principal value branches of the corresponding inverse trigonometric functions and wherever they are defined. Some results may not be valid for all values of the domains of inverse trigonometric functions. In fact, they will be valid only for some values of x for which inverse trigonometric functions are defined. Let us recall that if y equal to sine inverse x, if y equal to sine inverse x, then x is sine y, and if x is sine y, then y is sine inverse x. This is equivalent to sine inverse of x is equal to x, where x belongs to, because sine inverse of x, so x will be from close interval -1 to 1. Understood? And sine inverse of sine x, that is also equal to x if x belongs to, here sine is treated as, this x is treated as angle, so we will take this from close interval -π/2 to π/2. Understood? Now this same is true for other 5 inverse trigonometric functions as well. We now prove some properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Now the first one is, in part first we'll take first one, sine inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cosec inverse of x when x is greater or equal to 1 or x is less equal to -1. Means x does not belong to, we can write here, x does not belongs to close interval -1 to 1. Understood? Okay. Now the second one, cos inverse of 1 upon x is equal to sec inverse of x, where same condition, x greater or equal to 1 or x less than or equal to -1. Understood? Now the third one, in first part, the third one, tan inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cot inverse of x when x is strictly greater than 0. Okay, because for tan x function we are taking all values of x from the set of real numbers, and here 1 by x we have taken, that's why we are writing x is strictly greater than 0. Understood? Now to prove these results, now we'll prove the first one. We put cosec inverse x as a y. We'll prove the first one. We put cosec inverse x as a y. So x is equal to cosec y. Understood? So 1 upon x is equal to sine y, and can we write sine inverse of 1 upon x is equal to y? And what is y? Y is nothing but cosec inverse of x. Understood, student? See what we have taken for proving the first one. Cosec inverse of x is y. We have considered. Let cosec inverse of x is y. So x will be cosec of y. In the starting only we have seen. So 1 by x, take reciprocal, and reciprocal is nothing but sine of y. So we'll take again sine inverse. Sine inverse of 1 upon x will be y. Same definition we have used. And what is y? Cosec inverse x. Getting? So similarly we can prove this remaining 2 also. Understood? Now the second part. First one, sine inverse of -x is equal to minus sine inverse x if your x belongs to close interval -1 to 1. Okay. Second one, tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse of x, as your x belongs to set of real numbers. Third one, cosec inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x if mod x is greater than or equal to 1. That means x does not belongs to close interval minus 1 to 1. Understood? Okay. Now for proving first, we'll consider let sine inverse of minus x is equal to y. That is, minus x is sine y. Minus x is sine y. Can we write x as a sine of minus y? Okay. Hence, sine inverse x is minus y. And what is y? Sine inverse x. Okay. And y is minus of sine inverse of minus x. So can we take this minus sign here? So what will get? Sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x. I'll repeat this. What we have considered sine inverse of minus x equal to y. We have to prove this sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x. Means we have to prove this is equals to this equal to minus sine inverse x. So if sine inverse of minus x is y, can we write minus x equal to sine of y? So x will be minus sine of y. And we know that minus sine of y, we can write sine of minus y. Okay, again we'll take this sine this side. It will be sine inverse of minus y. And we'll put the value of y. It will be sine inverse of minus x. Minus into sine inverse of minus x. Again we'll take this minus sign this side. And what we are getting? And this only we have to prove sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x for x belongs to close interval minus 1 to 1. This remaining 2 also we can prove by using the same. You can consider here tan inverse of minus x as y, and same process we can do and we can prove this tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse of x. Similarly we can prove for the third one also. Okay. Now the third one is third part. First, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x, where x belongs to close interval minus 1 to 1. Second one, sec inverse of minus x, which is the reciprocal for cos, pi minus sec inverse x, where x mod x is greater than or equal to 1. That means x does not belongs to close interval minus 1 to 1. Getting? Third one, cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse of x, where x belongs to set of real number. Now we'll prove this. The first one we'll prove. We'll put cos inverse of minus x as a y. So minus x is equal to cos of y. Okay. So that x is equal to minus cos of y. And we know that minus cos theta, that is equals to cos of pi minus theta. So can we write this as a cos of pi minus y x? So cos inverse of x will be pi minus y. And what is y? Pi minus cos inverse of minus x. Can we replace now this and this? Means this will be negative here and this will be positive here. So what we are getting? Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse of x. Understood? The remaining two also we can prove by using the same way. Okay.